So I'm going to start with the onion. I'm just going to cut this into little quarter-sized pieces, and after you cut the pieces into little quarters, you can peel off the outer layer. It's easier that way. I actually forgot to do it on that first one, so you'll see that I'm going to take that off. And then I'm just going to continue the same throughout the whole onion, little quarter-sized pieces, and then I'm going to start to peel the tomatillos. Sometimes when you take the stem off, it leaves like a brown thing, and I don't like that, so I'm just gonna cut that part off. Not for all of them, just for the ones that I feel like are kind of gross. I'm just gonna cut off the stem part. So this one had a little nasty thing on it. I just decided to cut it in half and use the good part. I know most of you know this already, but in case you don't, if you actually press down on the garlic clove with a knife, it's easier to peel. Okay, so moving on to the jalapeno, I'm gonna cut the stem off and then slice it down the middle so that I'm able to de-seed this. I'm only using 2 jalapenos because these are pretty big and that's enough spice for me. If you prefer really spicy salsa verde, you can always use serrano peppers instead. If I were you, I would add them one by one and then just taste test it, see if it's spicy enough for you, because you don't want to put too much to where it's like super unbearable. But yeah, so these 2 jalapenos is more than enough spice for me. And don't forget to rinse off your vegetables before you throw them in the pot. Go ahead and chop up the cilantro and just leave that on the side. This is not going to be boiled. So yeah, you can see here that I just threw all the vegetables into a pot and I have this boiling on medium-high heat, and I'm just gonna leave that there until the tomatillos start to turn a darker green. As you can see, these are turning darker green. That's when you know that it's ready to be thrown into the blender. Okay, so now I'm just gonna ladle all of the vegetables into the blender, and I'm gonna start by doing about 1 spoonful of water, and I'm just gonna check the consistency whenever I'm done blending. This is all a matter of preference. If you like it really thick, probably don't add a spoonful of water yet. I would blend it first and then slowly add the water in to get it to the perfect consistency. Alright, so now it's time to add in that cilantro that you chopped up earlier, and then we're going to begin to blend. Okay, so while this is blending, go ahead and turn a pan on to medium-high heat. Whenever the pan gets hot enough, go ahead and pour the salsa in there, and then we're just gonna stir it up and let it come to a boil. Now I'm just gonna add in the salt. This is very important. This is going to make or break your salsa. Without it, it's just super bitter, so we don't want that. I'm also adding in a little bit of onion powder and garlic powder. This is completely optional, but I just feel that it brings out the flavor really well. All right, so once that comes to a boil, you're gonna go ahead and turn it to low and let it simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. This is the perfect consistency for me. This is done. It's a nice dark green color and it is all ready to serve. This goes well with any Mexican dish. I highly recommend this salsa, you guys. I hope you give it a try and I'll see you next time.